All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Ami Pulley Funk. This guy here over on my left. No, dang, my other left is Zip Kai Fung. What are you, the director of Company of Heroes 2 department on ESL? Or
I am. The official title is I am the Master League admin.
You are the Master League admin right here, Ip Kai Fung. You can follow him on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
right,
Twitter
right up there.
at Kai Fung. Everything. If you need to contact me, it's always that. So it's all nice and uniform for
Twitter's
everyone.
a great way to, like Steam happens to be down. Just DM somebody on Twitter. You can follow me too. Maybe someday I'll have more followers than Dane, and then we'll throw a serious party.
Big party.
Had to mention.
Plenty of drink.
Had to mention that. That was an exciting game one. It was a bit of a surprise ending. It was like the shock Soviet ninja ending. But a lot of games go like that. I mean, the power of German late game is pretty fearsome, and if you're a Soviet player, you want to avoid it if you can, right? You don't have anything to counter the elephant, just don't counter it. Win before it matters, right? So
that's one way to look at it. Yeah, you can
they squeaked it out.
Try and control the VPs and just try and sit on them as long as you can. Really, that's one way you can think about it.
So my question, with what they have, how do they counter the elephant? Was the answer was victory points. That's how.
Victory points counter a lot of things, man. They're quite overpowered.
Nerf victory points. All right, well, that was game one in a best of three. CS and OMG Pop playing for the RTN clan. They're up 1-0 against their opponents, Captain S. Price and Walter, representing Poland and their team called Poland Can Into Space. Do we have any announcements? Not really, do we? I mean, nothing that we didn't mention yesterday. There's a map contest going on. There's going to be another ESL Weekend Cup going on.
Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on all the outlets. Facebook, Twitter, Kotu.org. I'll have the details for the next tournament very shortly. So, you can all sign up and take part, because that's what it's all about. Just taking part right now.
Yeah,
because
let's fill these slots.
Yeah, you'll get much better games, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you might find it fun just auto matching with your friend, but if you want to get some really interesting matches, sign up to a tournament.
And
sign up to the league even.
And you've also got a ladder going, right? A 2-on-2 ladder.
Yeah, the ladder.
So you don't have to just wait for set times on weekends. You can arrange your own matches and even pick your opponents. Send out challenges. Yep. That's fun.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got two ways of doing it. You can either say, all right, that team's number one. I think I fancy having a go at him. I'll challenge that team. Or you can just go on the scheduler and just say, I'm available to play these days. And they'll match you up with other teams who schedule. They'll say, we're available to play these days. So you've got two ways of doing it. Really flexible. And you'll get much more interesting matches. You get to play a best of three. And you should be able to, get some more even matches. Maybe it might be lopsided initially because it takes a while because that ladder also uses an LO system as well. So it'll take a while for the LOs to adjust and you to get a fair match. But it'll be more interesting than just going on the auto match all the time.
And another nice thing about the ESL site is that it keeps a history of all of your activities. When you make a team and you enter into these various cups and you play on the ladder, like all of that goes on your team page. So it keeps a history of all your activity, and that's really cool. Like if there's an invitational tournament or something like that, and an organizer like you or I are picking players to sort of invite to maybe a live event. I mean, that's what we want to do in the future. Then, you could use the team page as evidence of all the stuff you've taken part in and show your results. And, it's like the only place in the Kotu world where there's an actual history of your tournament activity. So
that's right.
That's something right there. So get involved. Imploring you to get involved in these various things. That's how we build the scene. That's how we build the community. People are always like theorizing on how to do this stuff. Well, we're telling you right now, just play in these games. That's all we ask. And then we're casting them now, but the replays are available for anybody. Any caster could go to the ESL page, grab some replays that haven't been casted yet, or even recast ones that have been casted, and bring them to their YouTube channel or to their Twitch channel any day of the week. So the tools are out there. Just snap them up. Get involved. Get going. All right. So we're on the cusp of bringing you game number 2. It's going to be on Walter and Price to play well as Soviets. They're going to need a win to extend this into the ace game. Let's go in-game and see if they can do it. All right, Ipkai. I'm following Ciez again. I'm paused at 5 seconds. How's my overlay? Overlay's looking good. All right, you ready to unpause?
Yeah, ready to go.
All right, let's do this. We're going to unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, in the south, we have, representing the Wehrmacht Oster Army, Ciez, RTN Ciez. He'll be blue on your screen. His partner is OMG Pop. He, once again, will be yellow. They've both put up tier 1. And in the north, their opponents playing the Soviets, we have, in purple, representing Poland canned into space, Captain S. Price. And his partner will be red. That's Walter. All right, I'm going to throw the resources up for you guys. Thanks for reminding me last time. Good to know that someone was interested in him. Ah, look, they're even paired correctly this time. So at the bottom, we have Ciez. That's who I'm following. He's blue. And his partner, OMG Pop, will be the second slot from the bottom. Third slot is Captain S. Price. Fourth slot is Walter. Now you know. Ipkai, how do the openings look for these teams?
So we've got Price. He's picked shock rifle frontline tactics. I think this is his favorite commander. So you expect shock troopers, expect Maxims, expect 10 AT guns maybe, and expect a lot of KV-8s. Walther has not picked a commander yet, although he is going snipers, and he is working with Price's conscript. So yeah, hot off that other game, they're thinking, okay, man, last game it worked really well. Sorry, last match it worked really well. Let's pair up all our units and push one side together.
That's what we keep going on about, right? We want these teams to overlap and work together.
Whereas the German players, they're doing 1v1, 2 1v1s at the moment, it seems.
And that's going to fail usually. The side where you're doubled, you're just going to get shredded.
That's it. Unless you can play really well, you know, you have to have an MG probably just to stave them off long enough. So yeah, Price has just pushed the left with some combat engineers. He caps a few points, you know, delays them from moving any further, but then he retreats. There's too much to going, and that's a really good move. So then he's going to retreat, reinforce, and then he's going to come back and probably harass those points again, because Ciez will no doubt come across to the right side of the map to help out Pop.
And when a team pushes double on the right, you know, like once you secure the right, which you can usually do pretty easily, the next task is then to move in and cut off the left. So this point here on the road would be the final target of that opening, and we'll see if they can get that far.
And commander choices, Ciez and Pop have already picked their commanders. Pop has gone for Stum support, which is more than half track, and the howitzer and the smoke drop plane and sector artillery. And Ciez has gone Jaeger armor, which is the elephant commander. Seems to be a mandatory choice for most German teams.
Mm-hmm.
But these Grens are in a bit of trouble. 2 snipers, conscript and combat engineer shooting at them.
They don't seem to mind. And the forward Grens do, but the rest of the Grens at the bottom, all of Pop's Grens, are having a fun time tearing up these conscripts.
And these conscripts will have to go. They're outnumbered, yeah. So good. Just get out. Try not to lose too many men, because when you lose men, you have to reinforce them, and then that costs manpower, and then that can reduce your teching and reduce your ability to buy more units.
The manpower war is a lot of what it's all about.
So if you can't take any losses, try not to take any losses. Try not to take ones you can't afford. That's always the important one.
Yeah, as you become more comfortable and more experienced, you start to notice when you have a lot of soldiers in a squad, but they're all hurt. And that's also a good time to retreat. Even if you haven't lost a single model yet in that squad, it's good to retreat if you've got some kind of healing bunker going up. And that's a great way to save manpower, is to fully exploit the healing mechanic.
And Walther's snipers snipe these pyros, force them off. So they've still got the right side. Germans still got the left side. So it's all of a 50-50 almost on territory, one would say. These Grens are pushing up to the cutoff again, but there's a nice surprise hiding around the bushes. I think Price has realized this. No, he's continuing on.
Now
so
the
CS is
cutoff
just
moves.
He's trying to be sneaky, trying to move around points.
Yeah, well, this one's going to succeed. There is no one anywhere near these forward Grens.
Yeah. And CS is getting LMGs on all his Grens. LMGs are very fearsome long-range upgrade. So they do amazing damage at long range. However, when you get close, it's about the equivalent of a regular car rifle. So that's something to be aware of. You want to try and get in close by flanking, not frontally assaulting. The most damage. But these Grens are in trouble. 2 guys left. Yeah. And he retreats.
Might be a hard retreat path, though, through all these snipers. Let's see if they can peck him off. Are they even going to try to pick off that squad? They should have, but they're more concerned with their own lives. They're running away. Fair enough.
Move. Rather than risk it, just keep your snipers alive. That's still 90 manpower that has to be paid to reinforce. Oh, this Gren squad's in danger though. Very low health, and he's being focused down. And
you know what's strangely missing from this game, Ipkai, is machine guns. Is there a single MG on the field?
No,
or is this pure infantry and snipers? Isn't this amazing? I don't know if I've seen a game, a 2v2 in particular, with not a single Maxim or MG42.
It's particularly weird on this map because it's so hard to get across. You would have thought that maybe someone would have put an MG over the river.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a great map for MG42s, but Pop and Ciez have elected to try something entirely different.
Yeah, and they've not got a commander that has G43s either, which damage, and they also makes them a bit better while moving. So their damage output while moving is a bit better with the G43, although it's quite inferior to the Kar 98 at long range. But that's it's still a nice upgrade to get. Yeah, it's quite weird. They've just gone Grens. Ciez has got a scout car out now.
Wow, that was early 18-8s. I was wondering if you had him or not. Walter answered the question.
So he's not
2 call-in mortars from Pop.
Yeah, so this is a tactic I saw the other day. They get 2 mortar half tracks. They're very mobile, and they have a lot of indirect fire. They can, it can be quite hard to get to them until you've got a T70, basically, or a T34 to deal with them. So all you can do is just try and sneak in. So Price has gotten you an 18-8. He's going to get one off.
So, Ipkai, tell me, when you're playing with mortar half-tracks, how you manage when you use the specific barrage ability and when you just let them fire.
Use the flame
I guess
barrage.
There's a third thing, too. You also can just target units with them without it barraging, right? So you have 3 options. You can just let them fire on their own. You can target units just by right-clicking at them, which is also dangerous. Sometimes they have a tendency to just start driving all over the place. Or you can do the barrage. And now how do you manage when you want to do which?
So for both barrages, the flame barrage and the regular barrage, you do it when they're set up teams, when there's things that aren't that good at moving about. So because what it is, it fires the shells a lot faster at that point. But as well as that, it reduces the accuracy of the shells. So that's something to be mindful of. So although you're getting more shells being fired, they're not as accurate. If you just leave them on auto fire, when you've just got them idle and they're just firing at targets they pick, those shells are really accurate.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's really better to just let them fire on their own.
Yeah,
although they might.
A lot of mobile.
Although if you've got a close infantry combat, I was mentioning this yesterday. That's when you're risking team kills because they won't discriminate. They'll fire right into those units that are next to each other and often kill some of your own guys.
And then there's the hang time you have to be considering as well. The hang time of the mortars. So you have to be quite careful. You have to manage them well. So you don't want to kill teammates' units or kill your own even. That's very annoying. So Popper's got 3.
That's ridiculous. Look at this.
And this sets you back a lot of fuel. This is 120 fuel, and that's enough for 1P4, for example. So he's playing really risky. They haven't got any AT as well.
You want to talk about risk? Talk about Walter's snipers trying to do work in this area. How have they survived the shells of 3 mortar half-tracks? Those are some ballsy and quite fortunate snipers. Now they're sort of out of the barrage area.
And on the right, there's a demo charge set. It's in a weird spot, but keep an eye on that.
Okay. Good. Thanks for pointing that out. I hadn't seen it.
Keep an eye on that. There might be a big boom.
Yeah,
in the future.
Surely will be.
But Walter's gotten tier 4, so he's probably going to be getting an SU-85, and that's quite a good counter against these water half-tracks because they do very good damage.
Oh, these snipers are so gutsy. Okay, so they're pushing behind the guards. The mortar half-tracks are having to back up. CS is trying to defend Pop's units with the 2 scout cars, but there's just so much Russian infantry, throwing their lives, throwing their health at risk, just throwing everything forward, that it's hard for these vehicles to get work in. They don't want to get 18-aided. Look at the Russian infantry just surging, the waves. Eventually the mortars will whittle them down.
Well, that was a good push because it's allowed Price as well. He sent some of his units left to decant the points.
Mortar the sniper almost bought it. They both retreated. And yeah, really wonderful capping by Price on the left.
So he's managed to push in, and he's got the points. He'll probably not be here too long. He's setting up another demo. He's going to be quite crafty now. You can see his flamer engineers on the left who set another demo charge up.
Where is it?
Just on the road. So past the first connecting strap point, and then towards the fuel.
Okay. Yep.
So he's got another sneaky one planted.
Yeah, this one might go off right now. Let's see if he pulls the trigger. I would pull the trigger. Go ahead, pull the trigger.
And he does it.
Look at those blood splats. Here's it. Oh, that's gruesome. Oh, that's just a chunk of a torso. How about the one on the right? Did that one get set off yet? No,
that's still there. It's not in a great spot, but that might be for something that's just going to cross at the time because it goes across the road. But I'm looking at the Germans. They have no AT, and they've got to be quite careful. I mean, with hindsight, if Price knew that they were in this situation, it would have been worth getting a T-70 right now, and then just rushing that in because they haven't got much to answer T-70 right now.
Yeah, no packs, and so many light vehicles, so many juicy targets.
Exactly. And Price is going back to the right now with his shock troops. He's going to use these shocks to get rid of these capping squads.
So the Soviets have OP'd a fuel. Ooh, there's that demo, and it annihilates another Gren squad, and we have another bloody mess by a VP. What is their intent with OPing the fuel? I can see T4 from Walter. Are we expecting any fuel to be spent soon?
Not from Price. Price is going to be probably saving up for the KV-8 or the IS-2.
Oh, KV-8 would be very strong. No packs, no real AT.
And Walter's getting an SU-85 right now, so that's their AT solution as well. It's more mobile than an AT gun. It has a faster fire rate, has a little bit better penetration, and it's a little bit more resilient to indirect fire. So a good choice because AT guns, they do get sniped by mortars quite badly. SU-85 doesn't though.
Did you notice the shocks at the bottom right just owned the heck out of both the Gren squad and a PG squad? I think Pop made a little micro mistake in that he moved his PGs a little too much as that fight was starting. And as we learned from you the other day, it's best to keep them in cover once they're at a medium or short range, right? Just you don't want to be moving them on the run like you used to.
Yeah, medium range, because every gun in the game now does have a moving accuracy penalty. So while you're moving, you have it varies from weapon to weapon, and it'll take me too long to go through the differences. But while you're moving, your damage is actually lower, so that's something to be aware of. So you can fire on the move, but it is lower than if you're stationary.
Well, we're entering the middle, or you could even see the late game when the SU-85's out on the field, and I don't think these mortars have paid for themselves.
No, I think Pop was thinking he's got 2 snipers. I'm going to try and get rid of them by using all these mortar half tracks, but he hasn't got lucky.
Speak of the devil, right? Speak of the devil.
Curse.
Commentator curse. There you go. Right as you said it, mortar kills sniper. So yeah, maybe they're paying off a little better now.
Paying off. This SU-85 is a bit of a dangerous situation. He has Panzerfausted, engine damage. And Price has got to be careful with this Contra squad. He's under a lot of fire. Yeah, retreats in time. Good move. He's put a lot of demo charges up on the right, though. I think this is what Price is going to be using all his ammo on. There's 2 demo charges now on the right point.
Oh, boy.
So Pop has got to be very careful.
Oh, my God. What if he gets them both? It looked like they were going to converge on that point. Oh, they're both going to dodge it, though. They went around it somehow. Good for them.
But that's quite a precarious situation. Some nasty booby traps. Minesweeper Pyros can actually unveil them as well, but they can't defuse them because otherwise the player.
So you have
just
to shoot at them with something, right? I mean,
yeah, you could.
What are some good ways to get rid of demo charges?
If you can spot them, you can use a pack to shoot them. Attack round, you can use this.
I wouldn't have guessed that was the answer. All right, well, there's one that goes off, kills that PG squad. So that's already 3 annihilated squads from demo charges.
I know they paid off. So he spent 270 munitions, but that's 3 squads he's killed. And these P-Grens are running back, and I think this other one's on the retreat path.
I wonder if he'll pop it just to kill this one squad. He could have had the mortar half-track, the infantry half-track, but he elected not to, or he was just migrating somewhere, which is also a good chance.
Yeah, maybe he just thought that the one guy was not worth it. Although, I mean, that would have been a complete squad wipe.
Sure.
Or as he said, he was just distracted by something else. The SU-85's got the sight range on, and it's just plugging away now at all the light vehicles. Germans have no AT yet as well, no packs. I'm really surprised they haven't got a pack yet. It's 16 minutes. You should always be, around this time, you should have some anti-vehicle out. And they've got kibbutz right now. So Sears is actually building a pack, just having a check now. That's about 70% done.
It seems like, as opposed to last game when the armies were huge, we're 16 or 17 minutes in, it seems like the armies are just, in general, much smaller right now. There's a lot of open space. I'm not used to watching a Crossing the Woods replay with so much open space. It's because of the lack of MGs, probably.
Probably is. I mean, like, CS has got 5 Grens, and Pop has got 2 Grens, but I think he's been unfortunate. He's lost all of them to demo charges. And the Soviets are just managing to actually get a lot of map control because of the lack of MGs. They haven't been able to control the conscripts.
Big push from Ciez on the left. He's got all of his grenadiers. One of his scout cars coming up. Deal with all of these conscripts.
And Price has actually got enough CPs for a KV-8. He's just a bit short on the manpower. So that will probably be coming in very shortly. And it's got a massive window right now. There's only 1 pack on the field.
I'm impressed by how much space the Soviets have carved out for themselves. They've got amazing map control for this stage of the game on this map. They're across the river at all locations. Left, middle, and center.
And a weapon team, an MG42, I think would have helped the Germans out immensely just to keep some map control, really. Because of this map, because it's choke pointy in regards to this river, you can limit their movement across it. But the 2 scout cars, they've been doing quite well. And Price has just called in the KV-8, and it's coming in on the left. Nice incendiary barrage. He has to retreat.
Ooh.
Price has got his AT gun wall. That's crawling up now to support the KV-8.
This time it's this wall.
Yep. There's his wall.
That's what he likes. The KV-8. Well, if it goes to the last build order, we're going to see another KV-8. You'll probably save for the second one, right?
Either that, or you might go for an IS-2, because that's only about 3/4 of the way, CP-wise away. Sorry, it's a quarter of a CP away. And these P-Grens, you gotta be careful. Yeah, run. That's a good idea. He's just gonna back off as well. But yeah, you don't want to be that close to that tank. It will just destroy you in a couple of seconds.
So CS has a pack finally. He somehow managed a rear armor hit on the KV-8 that looked like a sort of front corner hit. But okay.
Yeah, It's because in COH1 as well, the game doesn't actually have any side armor. So it's basically all the tanks are chopped in half, so they've got front and back. However,
Right.
the line that chops them up can sometimes vary from tank to tank. So the front bit can be really small and the back bit really big. So you get a side shot on, that can count as a rear hit.
What's this howling I hear in the center?
Katyusha. It's on the base and it's done nothing.
Zilch.
Bit of a wasted shot.
Zippo.
Zippo indeed.
All right, well, it looks like the Wehrmacht are kind of attempting to crawl back in, but Price has got so much stuff on the left. Pop, he has to now handle, it's a 2-on-1 over here. You know, we've seen Walter in the center with his Su-85 and his Katyusha and Sniper and so forth, but this is just all Price for both Germans. And look at the damage that's being done. 2 light vehicles fall right away after this triple Zis action. I mean, that's the one thing about spamming at a unit. When you have 3 of them, their first shot can just wipe stuff. And the surprise factor can be quite powerful in this game. Wow, really nice incendiary. That's going to run all the Germans around. A couple guys are lost.
SKV8's coming in now. He's going to try and mop up. Price has got some shocks set up in the middle, and Walter's actually going to push in to try.
Oh, you're not, wow, abandoned! Wow, what a shot
Elephant
from the
shot.
pack! And, you know, the elephant that just hopped out of the base, good timing. Oh, something killed it, too. I don't know what. Which team decided to destroy the abandoned KV-8, but, man, that popped quick. Elephant to the rescue.
That was crazy. They were going to try and push him, but I don't think they were counting for the elephant to actually come in there. And CS has actually put hold fire on his elephant now. So now you're seeing it. The little stop smoking sign.
Brand new, folks, to Company of Heroes 2. Hold fire on the elephant. We're very happy about that. Just discovered that yesterday. I did, at least.
Yeah,
Oh, my.
has it too.
The wall is having an effect, too. All these light vehicles are starting to fall by the wayside.
Pops down to 1 mortar half track. He has got tier 4 up. So I'm just going to check if he's building it. He's building Panzergrenz, but he's not got enough fuel for anything.
What do you mean he's got tier
apart from-
4 up? You mean he's... Oh, here, okay. Yep.
Yeah, he's got
See
he's
it.
got the tier 4 building up,
Yeah.
but he's not got enough fuel. But he can buy a Panzerwerfer now. But you know, is it going to be useful now? I don't think so. They're going to need some more.
He could
AT,
use
I
it
think.
against these AT guns.
That's true. But the you know the barrage time cooldown got increased quite dramatically as well. So you can. Here comes the KV-8. It's not in a good spot.
So he did get a second one. I called it.
And Pop is actually getting a Panzerwerfer.
All right, so he will be trying to target those AT guns. You know,
They're in the simplest.
same situation. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
what I was going to say. You know, around 70 VPs, triple capped, and now, you know, fuel and ammo are the least of their worries. They have to stop the drain, and that's going to mean sacrificing units on victory point circles. And here we can see it beginning. Triple Vec
They haven't
Grenz with a Shrek. That would be a tough squad to lose. You don't want to lose those guys.
But they've not actually got a lot of squads left either. That's their issue now as well. The German players.
So much infantry coming. The Werfer gets its first shot in.
Kills the D-Cruiser pack.
He's going after the Zis guns. 2 of them retreat, but it's these conscripts that are going to stop any VP capping. There's also a VP drama in the center going on. Katyusha fire coming in, guards fire, conscripts even behind the lines. Triple Vet conscripts doing damage. Somehow Pop manages to raise the flag, but that's going to be short-lived.
And on the left, Price is charging in with these conscripts, trying to get 18-8s off. I think he's just going to try and get the Panzerwerfer. And these P-Grens, they drop really quickly as well. No 1 vet versus 3 vet conscripts. They have tremendous amounts of accuracy, so they do loads of damage. It's Elephant, although they haven't got anything to counter it at the moment, it's not going to be doing much against all this infantry. It's purely an anti-tank vehicle. And here's a GG.
Wow. Pop throws in the towel. Looks like they might be able to finish raising the right-hand side, but I guess they know that with 30 VPs left and Soviet units up in their grill, that they have had it. So, We get an ace game, Mr. Fung.
Yeah.
Just
Mr.
before
Whip.
just before this grenade pops all these grenadiers.
I know. It would have been nice to like fast forward.
These T-34-85s enter the battlefield. Don't get to see any action. So well played by pulling Cannon into space. They've forced us to the ace game, and I have no idea who's going to win. Let's see, 488. We have to assume that the Polish team has choice. They only lost 12 VPs. What do you think? I mean, I didn't particularly notice in the first game, but I would guess.
I think the first game was a bit more even on the VPs until a certain point.
So will they choose Soviets? That's having Soviets having won both games. We'll see. We'll find out. Give me your video again, Ipkai.
Yeah, sorry. Just switch it off in between because Skype can be
great.
a bit of a pain.
That's the right way to go. The audio has been good. Skype has been nice to us today.
And my mouse is being funny, but okay, come on. Oh, what's going on?
Company of Heroes likes to take over mouse control.
All right, let me just shut the game down. Hang on. That'll probably be best.
I'm popping up the score. It's 1-1. We're in a best of 3, so game 3 will be coming up next. That'll be the 363 viewers, Ipkai. Not bad.
Not bad. Really good.
You're fuzzy. You're really fuzzy. Good. There we go. We got you. You're back. All right, cool.
You got me. Cool.
Thanks for coming out, guys. We appreciate it very much. Oystein, Salty Soldier, No Slew Reborn, Daniel R. He was here early, part of the pregame festivities. He was chatting with me. Why So Serious loves my beard. I saw him admiring it earlier. Woof is here, fellow Code2.org staff member. Glad to see you guys. Maybe Hans stopped streaming. Maybe that's why we got some viewers. Hans had over 200 when we started streaming, so that's impressive. He's doing well. What do you guys think? We support Hitbox TV now. It's a new streaming service that might want to be competing with Twitch. You can now stream on Hitbox TV and show up on Code2.org's live stream list. So that's pretty cool. That's thanks to Hixie for coding that system for us. All right, we're going to take a break. Here's a little bit of music. We'll be back in just a few minutes to bring you the grand finale of the ESL Weekend 2-on-2 Cup number 3. We'll be right back.